I mean, yeah, it had to go. So it's your man Jay, and we're back with another video. This is catch and release. Get straight to it for the Samsung Galaxy S22. We're gonna talk about this briefly. So, wow, uh, battery life is the reason that I had to get this device up out of here. It has killer cameras. The experience with software was buttery smooth. Great hardware. Speakers is nice. Just everything about the device. But the battery is great. This is just one of those things that I tried to give it my all. Once I'm starting to charge like almost 3 times in a day, yeah, something's wrong because I'm only okay. So at this time, I've already sent the device back. I didn't keep it for like 2 weeks full. I had it for about 5 days, I believe. I don't know. At the 5-day mark, I said this has to go. Um, it wasn't a good look. Battery life is the only reason that this device is a catch and release for me. I'm being honest. It doesn't do any good to have the powerful internals, all the great things I just said about it, and then it only lasts me for like no more than 3 hours of usage, and I can barely get like 10 hours out of it or 8 hours. It's really not good. This device has a 3,700 milliamp hour battery inside, and I'm just surprised at how poor the battery is. So this leads to me to believe that it has something to do with Samsung's optimization for this particular device because it has a 1080p display. I even turned off 120 hertz and put it to 60. I tried battery power saving several different ways. Here's what I did. I like to charge to 100 before bed sometimes on a device that I feel like, if I'm gonna be leaving that day, I'm gonna go ahead and put it to 100. If I'm kind of suspect on the battery. And with this device, that's what I ended up doing for the first 3 to 4 days. I would charge it to 100. So on one day, the first day, obviously, the battery was like at like 30% when I got up the next day because I didn't charge it to 100%. It was like 28%. I was like, man, but it had like 70 something. It had about 60 or so. But still, that's bad if I'm not doing anything and, the battery's just dying. So I decided second day, let's charge it up to 100 and let's turn on power saving mode overnight. Why did the battery still die at least 10% with power saving mode turned on? I'm like, this can't be right. So that's okay. That ain't gonna work. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna use power saving mode, period. I'm just gonna use power saving mode. Still didn't work. Throughout the day, man, I could ease just by looking at YouTube content and then scrolling through Instagram for a little bit. So maybe about 45 minutes or 30, 45 minutes of social media, that battery would drop about 20 to 40% easy. I don't see how. I'm skeptical because I think, okay, it's in the break-in period. That was day 2, I think it was. Day 3, same thing. Not very much use. Now, I'm typically not on social media a lot. I do a lot of phone calls. I get a lot of texts and I get a lot of emails, but I predominantly do a lot of phone calls. I don't like to text for a bunch of stuff. I like, just call me up, let's talk about it, or I'll call you, let's chop it up, and then we're done. And so my phone calls are normally, sometimes they could be 30 minutes minimum, up to a couple of hours or a few hours, you know what I mean? So, because when you're talking on the phone, you're engaged. You're not thinking about the time. So, phone calls on this joint, call quality is decent. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Everything about that experience was fine. It's just that battery life, trash. It drains even faster. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll plug in. Instead of using Bluetooth, plug in. Same thing. I keep the watch connected to it because I want to see what's up. So I want to, okay. If I don't want to talk, boom, reject. Or if I want to respond to a text real quick, respond without opening the phone. And that's not a good look with this phone. The S22 has so much potential, but for some reason, the combination that's put together with this package, the battery ruins it. That's just what it is. So this is not a long, drawn out catch and release, but it had to go. There's no way that device is not worth $850. for the 256 gig, and I paid $550. Remember, I got it on special at Google Fi. Paid $550. Got the device. Got the color I wanted. Got the memory option. Boom, everything's solid. It wasn't a good look. So at this point, I definitely, and I heard your comments. I saw your comments. I saw your feedback. Like, Jay, the only thing I don't like about my phone is the battery. And I know that I'm in a position where I could just get rid of it and go back to something else. I could just use something else. I know a lot of you people aren't like that. That's your device. You signed a contract for it or something, or you got it or whatever, and you don't have the ability to switch, or you just choose not to. I don't know how you do it. That's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know how you do it. I just know that device gave me at the most 4 hours of screen on time with power saving. And I don't even measure screen on time like that. I like to know how long I'm off the battery. It's not a good look. Samsung, that phone is too good to have such poor battery. It's your man Jay. Catch a release on the S22. I think some of you guys told me it was inevitable, and I didn't believe you. But here I am once again. Catch a release, S22. See you in the next video.